Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. I hope my voice is audible. Can anyone confirm if my voice is audible? Okay. So, good morning. Good afternoon. So, we are going to have one of the interesting topic today, which is a word which is called as DTX. Earlier, we used to see RX, which is prescribing the medicines, but now we have a word which is called as DTX, which is a pharmacist role beyond the pill, which is also called as digital therapeutics. I'm going to put a lot of pressure on exploring your future role as a pharmacist in role of tech-driven life science industry and tech-driven treatment to the patients. So the topic today is beyond the pill, which is a digital therapeutics, AI in pharma tech revolutions. We are going to explore the futuristic opportunities of tech-driven life science industry, how it is going to change for the patient treatments, or doctors, or also pharma industries. Let's understand what exactly is the pharma digital evolution, how the pharma has been taken care from the molecules to algorithms. Now, earlier we used to have molecules or drugs or something like that, but now we have more of algorithms, which is called as machine learning algorithms or mathematical or statistical models, which are writing the algorithms, make sure that it is giving the right treatments and right diagnoses and right preventions and right monitoring of the diseases or monitoring of the treatments. The pharma industry is no longer limited for traditional pills and tablets and medicines. All those have been not that traditional way we are looking at pharma industry now. It's more of digital evolution and digital therapeutics or the digitalization or app-based treatments for the patients, for the benefit of a patient and the hospitals and doctors and also the pharma industries. A new era has been emerged, which combines drug development with digitalization tool or digital tools. There is a drug development and digital tools. Now, basically, what exactly is the digital evolution is the software plus science is your future of treatments. Earlier, we used to say science, but software was not included. But now we are calling it as software plus science is called as the futuristic of treatment, where the pharmacist or a doctor or a nurse has to understand the software, how it can identify the diseases and manage the diseases and also prevent the diseases and follow up the patients for continuous monitoring of the disease progression or decreasing of the disease. The next point, very important, the digital health is a mainstream. It's coming on a limelight. It is a mainstream now, where we call it as digital health or digital apps or digital therapeutics. Now, the first one out of this digital health, the first one is apps. There are multiple apps which you can use for sleep, CNS diseases, or diabetes, or hypertension, chronic conditions, lifestyle changes, all those diseases. You can have some apps. The second one, wearables. There are so many wearables, not only just watches. There are wearables and sensors which are being used back to back for monitoring the assessing the values of efficacy and safety in the uh, in the in the patients or in human beings. Now, the next most important point is remote monitoring has become a part of routine care of the patient. So it does not mean that patient has to go to a hospital to conduct or to take the vital signs or to take any values. It's a remote monitoring, which is the era which we are going to live, and the remotely doctor can identify that monitoring of my drug compliance, understanding the efficacy or change in treatment can be assessed remotely by the doctor or a physician or a pharmacologist. The next one, the patient treatment plans, which can be AI driven insights and also the digital interventions. The most important, the AI driven insights. AI can drive us to provide suggestions for the providing treatment plans and possible options to the physicians and also the patients. Health is going beyond the hospitals. into a digital ecosystem where patient is having all the data and he's monitoring the data and he's changing his lifestyle, diet and medications, and he's complying with the medications, where you don't have issues of compliance of the drug and issues of monitoring of efficacy and safety and quality of life of the patient. As of now, what is your role at the DTX, the digital therapeutic role? What exactly is that? The pharma companies are now investing a lot of money in AI labs and also tech platforms and also apps and digitalization and startups. Why are they investing more money? Because they are trying to show the evidence based treatment and evidence based monitoring of the patients, without just a word saying that patient took a drug, he was okay and he's getting this all things. It's not about that now. The future is all about the monitoring and following up and changing the treatment and evidence based treatments. The next one, this industry needs the professional who can understand both science and technology. So these are the two interesting stories which you have to understand, that role has just shifted from a pharmacist to a tech pharmacist, where we call it as the future of DTX. You're not just entering into healthcare, you are entering into tech powered life science era, which is called as tech powered digital health or tech powered digital therapeutics, or wherein you can understand that how digitalization can be utilized for the benefit of the patients. Routine works not needed the patient to come into the hospitals. What exactly is DTX? Already we have spoken that there is a word which is called as RX, but new word came into picture that is called as DTX. So RX is prescribing, but DTX, what is this DTX? It's called as evidence based software. It's not just a watch or a Fitband or just a health app which is not being tested rigorously. No, it's a one database or a software which is evidence based. Rigorous testing is being conducted on that, of monitoring the efficacies and monitoring the treatment plans and monitoring the adverse events and reporting the data, and how exactly it is predicting the models and how it can give the options also. It is being tested rigorously in clinical trials. It's a digital apps or softwares wherein it can treat, give the treatment options, it can manage the increase or decrease of efficacy. Just for example, I'm saying that you have taken a drug which is your which gives a treatment for insomnia. For example, insomnia we have taken, and it is going and managing your sleep cycles and duration of sleep, and the amount of efficacy which is coming from the molecule can be assessed with the digital therapeutic or software as a device. So that's what is the future. It can manage the diseases in the patients also, where it can give the aspects, and also it can prevent the diseases. A simple example as a variable which can identify the amount of food or amount of sleep or amount of physical and social activities that have been done, which can prevent. It is clinically validated. The databases and DTX or softwares are undergoing rigorous clinical trial testings and also approval from the regulatory authority, without which we cannot do it. Now, there are examples I have given here. First one, mobile CBT for depression and anxiety. It understands what is the level of anxiety and what is the efficacy of the drug at the anxiety. The next one, digital platforms for monitoring back-to-back diabetes and also hypertension control. The amount of glucose present in the body and the next dose to be given is also been assessed, and the amount of hypertension being given and the next molecule and next dose is to be given as a reminders or a diet changes, and all those things is being taken control into hypertension controls. And we can use for substance use programs with digital follow-ups, which is DTX support. Even it can replaces the traditional medicines and some of the chronic conditions also. It can do this activity, which is DTX, or we can call it as digital therapeutics. Now, most important story, AI in drug discovery, changing the R&D game. How AI is changing the R&D game, and artificial intelligence is changing the R&D game. So artificial intelligence is reshaping how new medicines are being discovered. The first one, you can identify the target immediately with the use of available AIs. The second one, before it is being tested in human beings or animal, it can predict the toxicity based on the available information which is there. and it can accelerate the trial by optimizing the trial and optimizing the right design where the trials are not getting failed. So accelerated trials with reduction of cost and time and money and success rate is because of AI. It can reduce the cost where it lowers the R&D cost, and time and failures also are being reduced. Now, digital therapeutic is the future of pharmacy, wherein we are calling it as personalized medicines and tech, which can combine together. That's the future of pharmacy. Pharmacy is evolving towards individualized care with the technology driven, powered by technology, understood by technology, and taken support from technology. It's a tech pharma, which is going to be the future. The key tools which are being used by the patients and which are being helped by the technology or techno pharmacist is, the first one is wearables which can monitor the vital signs including glucose, ECG, and blood pressures. The second one, genomics, where which genome is available and which drug can go and bind it and give the efficacy. AI enable customized drug therapies. The third one, remote dashboards which are supporting the real time patient monitoring. Now, pharmacist role, the guide the patient in understanding and interpreting and also following tech-enabled treatment plans. Now, what is the role of pharmacist, particularly in terms of DTX? Is they'll first understand and make them understand to the patients, interpreted the data or interpreted the information available in the device or in the software. And the next one, how you can make sure you are using the tech-enabled treatment plan for the patients. A pharmacist is the one person who will start using this and who will put it forward to the patients for going forward. That's a most important role. Now, how pharmacist role is evolved? Just a mere dispensing and counseling is not needed enough. The pharmacist role in transforming the DTX is they train the patients on app and device usage. Either it is apps, which is software, or either it is device, one more time, which can manage or prevent or give treatment plans and give the reminders to the patient for taking the drug and maintaining the diet. The second one, interpretation of data for therapeutic decisions. The amount of monitoring of the diseases, we are interpreting it and we are trying to give the treatment, which is called as therapeutic decisions. The third one is called as collaboration with the use of the pharmacy plus AI developers and digital health teams. We can collaborate together, integrate together, and we can grow our digital therapeutics or digital treatments to be given for the patients. And virtual care including telepharmacy and remote monitoring. Now, might not be now pharmacy is needed to go to hospitals and treatments, but it can give how we can have the telepharmacy and remote monitoring. So that's what is more important for us for this. The most important point is essential skills for tech ready pharmacist. The first one, data interpretation and analytics basics. The data analytics information should be huge, and how you can use the data interpretation is very important for us. That's a more important skill if you are a pharmacist and wanted to go into this industry. The second one, digital platforms, understanding the app logics and algorithms used in apps, very important one. The third one, virtual counseling, including the communication skills and including making sure the patient is still sitting in the home and they are undergoing the counseling of the patients, but still with the engagement of the patient, virtual counseling. Regulatory knowledge, because all this device has to get approval from the regulatory authorities and regulatory bodies, DTX and AI framework, which has to be followed. The next one, ethical awareness, which is your privacy, equity, and bias should not be there when you are doing it. So, real-time case study, pharma plus tech, pharmacy plus tech, 48 years old patient, type 2 diabetes, prescribed with metformin using Apex. Features, what is the Apex features is glucose tracking, reminders and diet logs, and also alerts to pharmacists. So now future is not only just a metformin, but also doctor has prescribed one app or one device to a patient, which is digital therapeutics. That's a futuristic aspect. What are the features of app? It can monitor the glucose, it can give the reminders, it can give the diet, and it can give alerts to a pharmacist. Pharmacist role is to review and adhere via app, communicate with the physician, dose adjustment, and support to lifestyle changes using the app inside learning, which is clinical knowledge plus digital fluency, which is called as a future ready pharmacist. The global momentum. Are you ready with this kind of a environment, which is DTX? The DTX regulatory clearance is 50 plus worldwide. FDA and EMA has given DTX guidelines, which are already established. Digital therapeutics and software as medical device, or any products or devices for it. Major pharma investing heavily. Pfizer, Roche, Novartis, and AI and DTX. They are investing a lot of money. Your future starts now. Be ready for your future of pharmacy. First one, upskill, enhance your learning, embrace your learning, visualize the data, and lead the change. We are trying to implement our courses with the DTX syllabus also, wherein we can train the students for app development or futuristic development of software as medical device. Please do stay connected with us. Our website is clinosol.com. You can mail us at info@clinosol.com. We are located at Hyderabad and Canada. Follow us on our social medias, which is Clinosol Research on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So please do reach out to us in case of any questions. Thank you so much for joining today. If you are having any questions, you can ask in YouTube. I'm available in YouTube, and I'll take a quick 1 minute of time. If anyone have any questions, they can put it to me. Okay. So any questions anyone have, they can put it in the chat box. I'm looking at chat box. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, so what exactly is digital therapeutics? It's called as the softwares or devices which can manage and prevent and also give the treatments. What is the difference between the DTX and also the device which is Fitband? There's a lot of difference that DTX undergoes a lot of clinical trials and a lot of clinical testing and evidence-based testing. But while Fitband does not go any kind of testings, and these are all not covered into your regulatory environment. I think I'm not having any questions from anyone. So thank you for joining today. And I hope the session was useful. For more information, please get back to us on 91211 51622. Thank you so much. Have a nice, wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.